Hi, I'm Christy Tomlinson with Scarlet Lime Bead Art, and I am here to show you how to create our NeckArt tutorial, so let's get started. First thing you want to do is get your kit out, and you can see here that we have obviously several different kits available all on our website. This is just a sample of them. What you want to do is take your beads out and then you have a little baggie that's included in your bead pack, and inside the little baggie you're going to have some small spacer, some small bead caps, possibly some large bead caps depending on what kit you buy, but either way you'll have enough bead caps for everything. Your jump rings, your lobster clasp, your chain, and also your head pins. To do this, you're going to need your basic round nose pliers. You could also use flat nose and also wire cutters. I usually can get away with just using a round nose, which they're all available on our website. And the first thing, so let's get started. Let me show you what to do. These head pins are going to sometimes come bent, which is totally okay. They'll straighten out once you get the bead inside of them. So the first thing you want to do is you want to thread a bead cap on the head pin. And you want to make sure that it's a small bead cap. If your bead cap has, or if your package has large and small, make sure it's a small because you want to stop the bead and the bead cap from going through the bottom of the head pin. And the next thing that you're going to do is place on a bead, and then if you have large bead caps, I would put on the large bead cap next. So that is your basic how you are going to thread everything on. Then I'm going to show you what you want to do is just take it with your needle nose pliers right above the bead cap right here, and you're just going to, let's turn it this way, turn it to a 45-degree angle, just like that. Then the next thing that you're going to do is grab hold of it right past your bend, and you're going to pull your wire the other way and come down and loop it underneath. And see how that created just a loop right there? And then you have wire left, and you're just going to basically wrap it around itself. And I have another tutorial link. It's a really great one that I found on YouTube that is really up close on how to do this. So basically you're just going to continue to, sometimes I take this off, but you're just going to continue to wrap the bead cap around, or the wire around the bottom of itself on the loop. If you're picky and you want to clip that off, simply after you've wrapped it around a few times, just take your wire cutters, clip that right off so you have a nice clean. So you're going to do this for every one of your beads, and then when you get that done, we're going to thread them or place them onto the chain. Before we do that, we want to put our lobster clasp onto the chain. And so what I do is, you can see on the chains, and it's probably hard in this, but there's a little teeny like notch, and you just want to, sometimes I grab two pliers because it's easier, and you just want to open it with your pliers, and then you're going to put the clasp on, just like that, and then you're going to put the chain back together. And if I had both of the same pliers, it would be a little easier. I'll grab my wire cutter ones since they're right here. They are a little stable. So I just get it so it's pretty even right on there. And then I just grab hold of the bottom of my chain until it's back together. Just give it a nice little squeeze. And then your lobster clasp is going to go right on the top of that. Okay, so there's your lobster clasp on that, super easy. Then you want to take all of your beads, and actually if you wanted to do that step first, you're going to take a jump ring and just open up the jump ring, just like so, and you're going to thread your little loop from the bead onto it, and then you're going to place this onto your chain. And it's the same concept. You're just going to put it right through the loop, and then you want to close the bead cap back up. The jump ring back up. Make sure it's completely flush and straight, and then you're good to go. So when I do this, there's a certain kind of formula that I follow because there aren't basic instructions on where to put everything. That's kind of up to you. But I always kind of like to put my two largest beads on this bottom chain right here. And then you can see on the chain there's four sections. So my rule of thumb is I always put two on the bottom, I'll put one on this chain, on the second chain up, one on the third chain up on the other side, and then I'll put two on the top one. And of course, where the loop is, I put them on either side so that they're even. So once you get them all threaded, it's going to end up looking like this. And this one is actually one that I created using our bead packs. I did our crystal bead packs and our copper one and our cream one. And that's the great thing about the bead packs, is that you can create your own and design your own neck art and watch art. And then to just attach it to your necklaces, we have several necklaces available, and you just basically take the lobster clasp and clasp it right on, and you've got an instant necklace. And then if you want to change it in and out, it's easy just to clasp it right off and then put on a new one. So that is our basic tutorial on how to create our neck art, and we have enjoyed having you. Thanks.